How to create and use a passed pawn in the Slav Defense. Have you ever wondered how to create and use a passed pawn in the Slav Defense? This opening is rich with strategic possibilities, and understanding how to maneuver your pawns can make a big difference in your game. Let's break it down step by step. The Slav Defense begins with the moves 1, pawn to d4, pawn to d5, 2, pawn to c4, and pawn to c6. This setup leads to a unique pawn structure that can help you create passed pawns. A passed pawn is one that has no opposing pawns blocking its path on its file or the adjacent files. To create a passed pawn as white, you typically want to push your pawn on d for forward after some exchanges. If black exchanges their pawn on c6, this can open up the path for your d pawn to advance. You can also create passed pawns on the queen side by pushing your b or c pawns forward when black makes certain pawn moves or captures. For black, creating a passed pawn often involves advancing the c pawn or pushing the e pawn after some well-timed exchanges. Moves like pawn to c5 or pawn to e5 can help undermine white's center. This can lead to exchanges that open up files, allowing black's pawns to become passed. The activity of black's light-squared bishop, developed outside the pawn chain, supports these pawn breaks nicely. Once you have created a passed pawn, it becomes a powerful asset. It forces your opponent to divert resources to stop its advance. To maximize the potential of your passed pawn, coordinate your pieces to support its journey. Rooks and knights are particularly effective in controlling key squares and clearing the path for your pawn. In the endgame, a passed pawn can be a game changer. It can promote to a queen or another piece, giving you a significant advantage. Both players must balance their piece activity and pawn structure to create or prevent passed pawns. In the Slav Defense, white often focuses on advancing pawns on the queen side, while black seeks counterplay through timely pawn breaks. Understanding these strategies can help you navigate the middle game effectively. By mastering the creation and use of passed pawns, you can turn the tide in your favor and increase your chances of winning.